Hello, welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out Podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. Today, we give our final predictions for Lions, Texans, Sunday Night Football. But do us a quick favor. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. If you keep coming back to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We're on our way to 2,500 subscribers, and we're currently at 2,481. Man, we want to get this content to more Lions fans like yourself. So go ahead and share this thing with all your fellow Detroit Lions fans. Now it's time to bring in my co-host for today. And they up there in Michigan, man. I know it's a little cool up there because, he got the Scully on because, trying to be part of Snatch and Grab, handing out T-shirts like Herbie Joseph, extra large, XL, large. It's my man, the big huggy himself, LL Cool Chunks. What's going on, my dude?
Why the weather have anything to do with this, Kurt? I don't like that.
Yeah, man. It's I already know what it is up there because it ain't like
don't
that.
Rub it in.
Yeah, man. But y'all know who it is, man. It's the hardest working man in Jackson, Michigan, man. Nursing a sick family at the house, man. But he gonna take care of his family. He gonna cook you a meal. He gonna cut you a fade. He gonna run you a fade. Coach your kids. It's who?
I'm unhappy because I look outside and there's frost on the cars right now. It's Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, man?
Hey, if you guys are new to the channel, don't know how our show works. We look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up. If we disagree, we say they are balled on. And we give our takes on why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here. We don't argue just to argue. We give our true thoughts and opinions about what's happening with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. Before our game prediction shows, we don't do all that. We look at the information for the game and tell you who's going to win and why, from an educated standpoint, some educated Lions fans. But one thing I want to get to, man, shout out to Darius Smith, man. Showed up last night, went to the Pistons game, had his buffs on, had his Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch t-shirt on, man. Hey, he came in setting this thing off right. He came in kicking the door in like gangbusters. I think he's going to fit in right with this team. His personality is big, and he knows how to play the game. So I think he's going to be a perfect fit for the Lions. So what do you think about him coming in, kicking the door in, LL?
I'm upset with Zadarius Smith. He could have worn 96. We already had this conversation.
Bruh.
He had to take my dog's number. I'm just picking.
Get out of here, man.
I'm just picking, but
Broderick Martin hadn't played one down in 99. He hadn't played one down of football that counts in 99, man. Hey,
I don't care.
Zadarius, he came off that bag, though. He already said he came off that bag, what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of figured. I'm just talking, but no, that's huge, man.
It's all good,
he fitting right in. We ain't seen it yet. I don't know if I like the comparison because I was a Lakers fan back then, but hopefully I'm not about to take this from anybody. But they've been comparing it to like when the Pistons signed Sheed back in the day. Just the attitude that he's bringing and stuff like that. I don't really know because I feel like we already got that attitude. So, we don't necessarily need a Sheed. We just need somebody else to come play football with us. But welcome Zadarius Smith. If you listen to this, you should have worn 96.
Yeah, what do you say? They offered him a number in the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s. Yeah, like, hell no.
I'm glad you didn't pick any of them. I say
that. Yeah. What you got, Coach Jones, over Zadarius coming to the team, man?
It sounds like he's a revamped Zadarius Smith. It sounds like he got the type of excitement. He got the type of hunger. He knows that he is the missing piece to this championship, and he's been waiting on this move for weeks. As soon as Hutch went down, he been waiting, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said in the interview, he deleted that tweet that he made, but the SMH. But you know what I'm saying, man? He want to be here, and it's just crazy, man, that how far we've come. When Richard Seymour, when he was like, nah, man. When Gronk was like, nah, man. But now players like former Pro Bowlers and Darius Smith, like, man, I've been waiting for y'all to call me, man. It shows what Sheila, Brad, and Dan have built, man. And I can't wait.
Yeah.
Did you see what Snack? Well, I think we might have referenced this on the last show, but you seen what Snack said. I used to talk about all the time. He retired to get away from us, and that's he seems to he seems to be in agreement with who we got going on now. So I think that's dope.
Yeah, he said they pulled him right in, and they gave Zadarius Smith a couple of days off. He was like, they ain't do that for me. They brought me in, swollen knees and all. He was like, yeah, I mean, but but I like the fact that Zadarius Smith is ready to play. He wants to play Sunday. He's ready to get out there with the team, and and I like the way I like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got the biggest smile. He was ready to get the hell out of Cleveland.
I don't blame him, man. It's Ohio.
He was like, I'm
Come
out.
on now.
He was like, I'm out, man. 2-7, I'm out, man.
Shout out to Cincinnati though.
Yeah, and then one last thing before we get really straight into the meat of the show. Good luck to Isaiah Williams, man. Got picked up by the Bengals when he didn't clear waivers. So good luck to that young fella, man. He just was the odd man out.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a slot guy. I mean, he ain't finna take St. Brown's place. And then, hell, if St. Brown goes down, that's Khalif Raymond's spot. So, yeah. And then he's a returner, and we got the two best returners in the league right now with Khalil Dorsey and Khalif Raymond. They lead the league in yards per punt return and for kick return. So he ain't gonna take none of their spots. So good luck to the young fella over there. So, but let's look at what we're gonna talk about for today's show for our prediction show. Look at game designations, betting information, and keys to victory and score prediction for the Lions and Texans on Sunday Night Football. Shout out to my boy Carlos, man, my best friend growing up, man. We like brothers, and he lives in Houston. Became a Houston fan. He's been living there all, he lived in Houston longer than he lived in Michigan. If you get what I'm saying, like he lived down there most of his life. So he's a huge Texans fan. Cousin used to play for the team. So we're gonna beat y'all, man. We coming for you, brother. We coming. We don't give a damn what battle red you wearing. We coming. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? We coming your what they say?
With that red anyway.
Yeah, we coming to your trap to take over your trap. We coming, brother. But let's look at the game. Let's look at the game designations for the Detroit Lions, man. The injury report. Woo-wee. And we got some prizes on this thing that happened later in the week. We'll get to it.
Names on this thing.
Yeah. Broderick Martin, Ifantu Melifonwu, and Emmanuel Mosley have all been ruled out. They are all in their 21-day activation window, and they're still on injured reserve, so there's no surprise there. Talked about this the other day. Reese Maven and Malcolm Rodriguez, the two linebackers, did not practice all week, and they're out with a shoulder injury for Jerm and an ankle injury for Rodrigo, respectively. Newcomer Zadarius Smith is listed as questionable just because he got Scott to the team. They want to see how much he can pick up the playbook before hitting the field. I think he will be there. I think he'll be out there. The guy's a veteran. He knows how to play football. Hey, just go out there and go get CJ Stroud. That's what we need to do. So go ahead and get out there and do that thing. Big surprise, and probably the biggest impact is starting left tackle Taylor Decker is out with a shoulder injury, and it happened on Thursday's padded practice. It's going to be interesting to see how the Lions address that left tackle position against a stout Texas pass rush. But the one thing I do know, what's that one thing for certain, two things for sure, that offensive line coach Hank Fraley will have those guys ready to roll on Sunday night because they don't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? They have had guys come in. It may take a couple of times to kind of get set and get flowing into the game, but he had those dudes ready to roll no matter who's in or who's out. So all right, so I'm kicking to you guys. What do you guys think about the injury front? What's going on with the Lions? I think the German and Rodrigo, that was going to be – they hadn't practiced in 2 weeks. Neither one. I mean, at least a week and a half for German. So he had practice all week, and then Rodriguez been out for 2 weeks. So I just think that you got to roll with who you got to roll with at linebacker. You got Neiman, you got Nowinski, you got Captain Jack, and you got Anzalone. We're deep at linebacker, so I don't think there's an issue with that. But that Taylor Decker thing is something. So what you got, LL, on the offensive line or the injury front?
Yeah, some names on there that you don't normally see, or they one name in particular, and that's Taylor Decker. But we gonna see how that's gonna go. They Houston got some guys, some pass rushers over there, like a couple of them, and hopefully whoever we throw over there can get down. We was in the chat Hopefully, I'm not about to steal anybody's thunder. But just talking about moves, I won't go into. But, maybe moving some people around, maybe moving left to right, right to left, kind of stuff. Who knows? I don't know. I think I don't know who they're gonna put at left tackle. I don't know if you can do it with Dan Skipper. I'm not sure if I trust Sorsdahl at all. So I don't really know who it's gonna be. Not Giovanni Manu. I mean, Kenny. I ain't watched him do nothing. He's a gigantic person, so you can let him try it. I don't know, but I do agree with that though. Whatever the game plan is gonna be, it's gonna fit who's ever there. Hopefully, because I remember we were saying stuff like this, and Coach Mike will point out that Dan Skipper will be on his backside, for most of the game, counting the lights in the ceiling. So I don't want to have that happen this Sunday night.
Yeah, too tall. I think he's too tall in pass protection, play tackle. I mean, at 6'9", those smaller, defensive end, the shorter guys, they can just dip right underneath his big ass.
That's just the example I use. It would be Coyote, whatever his name is, and a couple other people too getting pushed around. So
I'm not sure. Because I know, Coach, you a line person, so I'm gonna let you go because you're gonna have the most informed opinion about this. I'm looking at it like, do you move Penei back to the left tackle? He hasn't really practiced over there, and he's an all-pro right tackle. And it's been a couple years since he had to play left tackle. I think since his rookie year, right? I think it's like he hasn't played left tackle since his rookie year. When Taylor Decker went down. You may move him over there, and then you may look at it where if you move him over there, then I will move Sorsdahl to right tackle. I'm not sure.
I probably wouldn't do that neither.
Whoever they're gonna have some help. It's gonna be Skipper is gonna be over there with that person, that third tight end, big tight end in the run game. Whoever it is gonna be. And then and I talked about this, but he's a little undersized. I'm looking at him. He's our smallest tackle that's on the roster. Either way, is Jamarco Jones. He actually has starting left tackle snaps in the league. He's actually played left tackle in the NFL. Started former Ohio State Buckeye.
Oh no!
So you look. Hell, Taylor Decker is a Buckeye too. So
see how it's working out for him too.
So Taylor Decker is one of the best tackles in the league, man. Stop playing with it. But if you look at it, because it wouldn't be a big issue if he wasn't that he's out. If he wasn't a good tackle, he wasn't one of the best tackles.
I'm not saying he ain't. I'm not saying he ain't.
But he could be an issue. He could be an option coming up from the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? He's a starting. He's a start. And you know how this team is, man. They rely on everyone on the roster. It doesn't matter if you're practice squad, if you're vet squad, if you're whoever, if you're the freaking third string water boy carrying all the Gatorade. If you got something to contribute to this team, they're gonna make sure you play. And it's just gonna be interesting to see. I don't have no clue what they're gonna do. But Coach Mike, you're more informed on this because you're a line coach. You've coached offense and defensive line. What do you think?
So the first thing I was gonna let y'all know, man, because both of y'all was like, Then there's all the options we got, so we can't.
Well, you can name the options, and we cannot feel confidently about those options.
Yeah, we can.
But y'all don't feel confidently about none of them, and one of them gonna happen. So,
well, I would say this: I would say the most confident I probably would feel is if you did make the move to move Sewell to left and put Sorsdahl at right, and then you can definitely chip and block with those tight ends with Brock Wright over there, and then bring in big Skip, you know what I'm saying, to help over there on that right side as well, because that's when he comes in and he plays that third tight end. He's usually over there on the right side with Penei Sewell and Kevin Zeitler. So that for me, that's what would be the most comfortable situation I will be dealing with, because you're putting him next to a veteran right guard, one of the best in the league over there, and I'm sure that Penei it'll take him a couple snaps, but I think he'll be fine at left tackle for a game, because he going back to college, he played left tackle at Oregon, so it's not like it's not something completely foreign to him. even though he spent most of his career at left tackle. I mean, at right tackle in the league. So that's my most comfortable position group I will have.
Well, I mean, so
I
what's
wouldn't
gonna
start Skipper
happen
at
is,
right tackle.
well, I mean, what's gonna
No.
happen, whether it's Skipper, Salsdall, Manu, or whatever, they gonna have to have the extra guy over there helping him, regardless. They're gonna have to put a tight end over him, or if it's Sorsdal, they're gonna have to cover him up with Skipper in that unbalanced line, or the fullback. I can't remember his name right now, but they're gonna have to bring him up. Yeah, and bring him up and maybe put him as an up back and maybe as a wing. You know what I'm saying? Something to alleviate that pressure from wherever that guy is, whether he's on the left or the right hand side. You're gonna have to have him. Cause you know already, as soon as they see the practice report, they like, oh yeah, load up. We're gonna go double edge on that side. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make him choose what he gonna do, and he ain't gonna be able to get none of them because neither one of those guys are. They both slew footed. They're not real athletic and real quick and can move around like that, man. So that's what scares me. So they will be protected. So we're probably gonna see a lot of two tight end sets.
Yeah.
Probably gonna see a lot of two tight end sets because we always have to have the tight end covering one of them tackles, and then we're gonna have the tight end on the route somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or they gonna have to simplify the blocking scheme and not go deep in their bag like they normally do. Like Ben Johnson like to do, man, with all the extracurricular movements and stuff like that, man, because you got that one piece right there that you got to protect. So that's basically what it is. His game plan now has scaled back, and they probably already been, Thursday, Friday, probably already protecting that, whether it's going to be left or right tackle. So I ain't got no worries about that, man. I think Ben Johnson is the best game planner offensively. So yeah, he got it locked up.
Yeah, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself. Let's move over to the Houston side of the ball, man, because Houston got some people that's out too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's why the money line hasn't really moved much, even with the announcement of Taylor Decker being out. Let's look at what the Houston got going on the Houston side of the ball. The Texans will be out second out there. Probably arguably their best pass record, second year as rusher. Will Anderson is out. Backup running back Damian Pierce is also out for the game versus the Lions. Nico Collins is most likely out. He's questionable with a hamstring injury. He's in the 21-day activation window, and he's only practiced one time, which was yesterday, and he was limited in the last month. So I doubt if he plays. Wide receiver Tank Dell, defensive tackle for Fatowski. Hey, I ain't gonna do this name like that. I ain't gonna try his first name. Linebacker Jake Hansen, defensive end Jerry Hughes, and LL's friend Jeff Okuda are all questionable for the game against the Lions.
Jeffrey.
All right, Coach Jones, what do you think about what's going on with Houston and their injury report?
Well, I think first off, the Will Anderson Jr. not playing is big. That takes one of those pass rushers off. So, and that's actually their best pass rusher. So I'm glad that he is not going to be active. But where I do kind of have a little wrong with you is, man, is I think Nico Collins is playing. I think this was a target date. Yeah, I think this was a target date for him to come back. I know he's nursing a hamstring injury. He's been out for a couple of weeks, but I think that Nico Collins has been targeting this date to come back and play because they like if you look at it from the aspect of we are the most dominant and explosive team in the NFL. So when your playmakers, when they see us on the schedule, they're planning their whole season around playing the Lions, and I don't think we're used to that. I don't think we're used to being the team where like guys look at them like, okay, if there's any game that I gotta be ready for, it's Detroit. And I don't think I don't think people really understand that and really get the grips with that. But I think he's been sitting out for this game. I think they're like, you're gonna have to be locked and loaded for Detroit. So because as you see, he's been out, limited participant. You know what I'm saying, and all of that. So yeah, man, I think he's playing. They're gonna need it.
The only reason I disagree with you on that is because of the fact that he's only practiced once. He's been out because he went on the IR, so he's been out a whole month. And they just activated. He's still now. They will have to make the move today to activate him from the 21-day activation thing. And with only one practice, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I'm not sure what because he doesn't have established rhythm again with CJ Stroud coming back. It takes you a while to get that rhythm back. I'm not sure they're really going to try it because of the fact that they have a lot of division games still left in the AFC South. So that's why I'm kind of looking at like they may not play him, but I understand what you're saying. Everyone wants their best shot, but throw the ball you want to down the middle of that field and watch Kirby get it from you. All right, what you got, LL?
Hearing Will Anderson being out is a little better, but they got other guys, whatever. It don't matter anyway. But I don't like that you put Jeff Okuda on me. At least I give y'all. I say y'all friend is Jared Goff. You say my friend is Jeff Okuda. Look at that. Look at who my real friends is. Maybe Jeff Okuda is my friend. He would never do me like that. He probably wouldn't say that about me. Look at how you did me, Curtin. You supposed to be my friend, but no, good luck to them guys. I don't know if Nico Collins is gonna play. I don't know what week is it. Is this week 9? I know I kept hearing like the target date for him was like week 10, but I get what you're saying though. Like I don't know if he's from Detroit. I know he played at Michigan. So, that might be one of them kind of things as well. Like, but all those other factors as well as to why he might not play. I don't know. I don't care. We got our own things to worry about. And whoever they got up over there, we got to beat them up anyway.
Yeah. I'm not. No, he's from Pinson, Alabama. That's where he's from.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he plays. It just looks like it's like it's going to be a lot for him to play just because of the fact that he hasn't played in so long and the fact that he's only had one limited practice. Then to try to throw him that's kind of throwing him to the wolves if you got one limited practice and you're going to play on Sunday, even though it's Sunday Night Football. I mean, I get it. He's been in his offense and he's their best wide receiver and they need the wide receiver help. And Tank Dell is questionable with a back injury. Could be possible, but I really don't give a damn who they play.
Right.
You're gonna beat him anyway. I feel that it don't matter. It don't matter who it is, because no wide receivers block and that offensive line is terrible. All right, especially them guards, man. Them guards is atrocious. Their interior offensive line is sad. Like the Jets sacked CJ Stroud 8 times last game, and it was mostly up the middle, and they were killing that dude. So.
Garbage can juice.
Yeah, it was a dumpster fire up front. All right, let's look at the betting information for Sunday's game, man, because we got to keep you informed. People who do it on Sportsbook, Coach Jones make them parlays, baby. The lines are 3.5-point road favorites. It's kind of fluctuated between 3.5 and 4 all week long. The Lions the money line is at plus 160 for the Texans and minus 190 for the Lions. Well, simply put, straight up bet. For the Lions, for the Texans, if you bet $100 on the Texans and they win, you get $160 for a total purse of $260. If you favor the Lions to win, who are the favorites, you got to bet $190 just to get $90. So, just to get $100. So the total purse would be $290. All right. So the over under for the game, you look at it. Is a 48.5. Means 115 for the over and minus 105 for the under, which means they favor the game to be over the 48.5 points. So we'll get into what we think about that in a minute. The Lions are 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games. Even the game where they was favored by 11.5 points versus the Titans, when we know how that score will look like. Okay, look some of the prop bets, man, because I know Coach Jones, he be like them parlays. So, all right, Jared Goff over under 1.5 passing touchdowns, take the over. Amon-Ra St. Brown over under 65.5 receiving yards, take the over. And Jahmyr Gibbs over under 15.5 receiving yards, definitely take the over on that. So looking at the betting information for the game, man. All right, guys, what do you think? LL over under 48.5.
What would that be? That'd be like 48.5. I'm going under. Even though I think that's probably a bad choice now because they've been going over for the past how many games.
They've been against the spread 6. They didn't. They're 6.
Houston,
their last 6
Houston
games, they're 6-0
inside too.
against
Hold
the
on,
spread.
man. Houston inside too. Because my score, I want to say, is going to be like 30-20, like 30-20 or 30-21 or something like that. And that's over. That's over. So I'm going over. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the roof is going to be open, so it's going to be technically an outdoor game. The Houston's already announced that their roof is going to be open. It's going to be like 80-something degrees outside, so they're going to open the roof for Sunday Night Football. So
I'm gonna say over. Like I said,
over.
Yeah.
What you got, Coach Jones? Over under 48.5. As he give him the gas face.
Yeah, they opening the roof for what? Because they think that's gonna help them. That's not gonna help y'all. Y'all some bombs anyway.
Actually, you letting the noise out of the stadium.
yeah. But they think they think that outdoor whatever. But I'm picking the over. I always pick the over. It's probably gonna be a game where I'm gonna slide in there and pick the under. And I'm like, what? But I'm gonna take the over because that's really it could be in the 20s and be over. So with that being said, and explosive offenses, man, I'm gonna take the over on that. And also I'm gonna take that Jahmyr Gibbs prop bet, man, because Gibbs is probably gonna be he's probably gonna get a lot of work in that receiver spot, man, getting them routes off the backfield and stuff like that, man. So I'm taking that over too. I'm not sure about Jared Goff because that Sonic and Knuckles, man, if they get to going, you know what I'm saying? We've seen what Goff has done the last 2 games, man. Be efficient, not
your boy back though.
You said what?
Your boy back though. I ain't never saying that's your friend no more. My boy J-Mo, he back this game, so he might,
Yeah. I mean, he might, man. But I just know he's been efficient, but he's had a low touchdown, rate.
I think he had throw two. It's like it's just 1.5, so that's like 2 touchdowns. I think he had throw 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm saying I might. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Looking at the analytics, though,
I would say 2 for sure.
As good as the Texans defense is, they're like 31st in red zone scoring. And that's where Jared Goff will light your ass up in the red zone. So I think he'll get over. I think he'll get over that. That's why I'm taking the over in that.
Bet on it though. I wouldn't bet. Like I think he's gonna get Jamal scoring. I think Jamal gonna be the first person to score. Tomorrow. Maybe. I think they're gonna get Jamal out there first just to make a statement.
Okay, I feel you.
I like it.
Hey, all right. So now it's time to switch over to our last segment of the day, man. Keys to victory and score predictions, man. I gave you guys my keys to victory. I'll reiterate a little bit, but we'll go to offense first. Keys to victory on offense. I'm going to go to Coach Jones first, man. Give me one key to victory on offense, my guy.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles. Okay. All right. What you got, LL?
The good Lord protect Jared Goff tomorrow night, because I don't know who's gonna be over there on that left hand side, but that needs to be up to par, because if not, your friend like to throw the ball to other people and put the ball on the ground. So let's hope that the good Lord above is in the house in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, that was my updated key to victory was the Lions will have to make some offensive line adjustments to protect Goff's blind side. And I'm right on with both you guys. And I think that the Lions will rely on Sonic and Knuckles to set the tone to get that offense going. And once they do get it going, they're going to light that scoreboard up. All right, going on defense, man. What you got, LL? Switching to defense, what you got, key to victory?
Let's see what it's going to be. Don't switch up just because we got a new piece or whatever, or switch up because we got a new piece, whatever it is, but maintain the pressure. CJ Stroud hasn't been dealing with that too well this season. A lot of his go-to targets have been out. That could be a reason why. Stephon Diggs is down. Nico Collins probably won't play. Tank Dell is still out there, but that's the only one right now. I do like CJ Stroud, though. He will throw the ball to other people on the team, but he'll also throw the ball to the other team. So, you know, like I said, keep that pressure on him, keep that pressure on him, keep that pressure on him. Knock them Braves loose.
Okay, what you got, Coach Jones, on
far.
defensive side of the ball? What you got?
My key matchup, man, is gonna be them guards against Elaine McNeil and DJ Reader. Them guards are suspect. They questionable. They shaky, and I want to see, you know, what Elaine the Dream and DJ Reader gonna do against some guards. We might not have to have pressure coming from the outside because everybody knows the fastest route to the quarterback is that direct line. So straight ahead. So Elaine McNeil, DJ Reader, it's time for y'all to do your thing.
Man, he doing Coach Jones doing his big boy from ATL. Boy, he's shaking like a stripper. Tighten up. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, or deep in the side of the ball, is the Lions can call the turnover, keeping pressure on Stroud, man. You can get a bad throw, man. We got the league, two of the top intercepting players in the league. You got Kirby Joseph at first at 6, and you got my man tied for 3rd, Brian Brantz. So yeah, get that dude to throw that ball to somebody, man, and throw down the middle of the field you want to. You know, a lot of people don't like him for his time in Detroit, run out the back of the end zone. But Dan Orlovsky told CJ Stroud straight up this week on NFL Live, don't throw the ball in the middle of the field, man, because 31 or 32 gonna pick you off. So he said, don't throw the ball at them two cats. So I agree with him. Cause a turnover. I think we keep the streak going. We're I think we're the best in the league at turnover differential at +11, but we're 3rd in the league with like 16 turnovers. So I'm liking what we're doing. So yeah, so that's my key to victory. All right, it's time for score predictions for a Sunday night's football game. All right, Coach Jones, you up first. You took the over. What do you got?
29-23.
29-23.
You slimy little rascal.
Okay, the slimy name calling from that means you took his score prediction. What you got, man?
No, it's just close. I was gonna say like 30 to like 21, 22 or something like that. 30 to 20, something like that.
20. Okay. All right, for your man Kurt Steele, I definitely have the Lions winning to a similar score what LL said, 34-20. I think the Lions are going to put up 34 to 20. I think once that offense gets to clicking and they can, because you look, it happened, the same thing happened in Minnesota. Once, you know, Kevin Zeitler went out and it was kind of a little slow at first when they hadn't getting that offensive line going. But once
it had to remember how to play football.
But once it got rolling, that offense got to rolling. And I think the same thing will happen on Sunday night.
Only reason why I say 29, I don't go over the 30, is because I think they're going to try and slow the game down and not have too much going on with Teddy Decker being out, you know, and they don't want to expose that matchup. And plus, that's going to make somebody else from the route stay in. So, yeah, man, I'm going with 29.
And the one thing I would disagree with you on is that you look at this offense, man, and you look at the team in general. It's just they don't change what they do just because who's on the field. They like the next person up. You just gotta play your game because they don't want to limit what they do because they gotta be who they are because their success is who they are. And just because somebody else comes in to play a position, they're gonna stick with what they do. And the one thing I do like is the fact that they do have wide receivers that come in and block. Like you look at a Tim Patrick, right? Look at that touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown in the Minnesota game. What did he do? He pulled on. He was in motion, but it technically was a pull, and he blocked the defensive line, the defensive end. So I think you're going to see some of that stuff happen in this game as well, where you're going to get some guys in motion to help chip or block either whoever is going to be on either left or right side, whoever's going to be that substitute on that line. So I think they're going to keep doing what they're doing. And I think it's going to be one of those things once that offense gets to rolling, and I think it's going to start with Sonic and Knuckles up front. I agree with you 100%. They're going to set the tone. The same thing happened in the Minnesota game. I mean, like it was happening to be Sonic the first time where he set that tone. They got the running, and then when Minnesota couldn't do all that eye candy, Jared Goff started lighting their ass up in their secondary. So I think the same thing will happen. But hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All these things help us with this content, getting into more Detroit Lions fans like yourself, man, make sure you do this, man, because if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms. My man, Coach Jones, does a great job over there on his Wolverine Lions Sports Talk YouTube channel, man. I post the content from this show on all of my social media platforms, and I love how he gets down on his Instagram page. But you got to find his super secret one because that's where Thursdays go down. All right, now it's time for party shots for today's show, man. I'm gonna let Coach Jones go first on this Saturday morning. What you got, my man?
Yeah, I'm King Wolf Lions. So shout out to Michigan. Hopefully they step it up today, man, and handle their business. And we're gonna go down to Texas, and we're gonna take out my daddy's new team since he switched it up from Dallas Cowboys to Houston Texans. His new team, and we're gonna have business there too, man, and go game hunting for some Texans.
Yeah, man. You know, you just tagging your pops, man. We just flip flopping.
Hey, he been a Cowboys fan since the '70s. All of a sudden, he a Houston Texans fan because he don't like what Jerry doing. Nah, man, you
keep that same energy, boy. Player. Yeah. All right, what you got, LL?
A couple things, man. RIP my pops, man. He was a Cowboys fan. He hated the Lions, dog, and he would bet anything against the Lions. And it's just sad that he gone because, man, I could be drinking beer and half pints every single Sunday because the Lions been hot, but man, RIP my pops, man. I like to see Coach Mike and his pops, man, because that's how me and my daddy used to be all the time. But my pops hated he hated Jason Garrett, he hated Dak Prescott, and he hated some other people too. But shout out to them. And another thing, just in memorable times, you had said about the phrase you had used earlier. It's the name of a song too, Booty Me, because I said it because it's the name of the song. But just remember back in the day, we had friends that had different jobs and made them dance and stuff like that. But I just remember two friends in particular. Shout out to my homegirl Jade and homegirl Peaches. That was a beautiful time back then in those days, man. It was a lovely song. Shout out to everybody. Happy Saturday.
I'm not touching that. Hey, for me, man, enjoy your Saturday, man. Thank you for hanging out with us right here on the Boss Up All Our podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. We appreciate you right here, man. Enjoy your Saturday, man. And it's another day of all-day football tomorrow. I don't know who in the hell scheduled the Panthers and the Giants on Sunday morning football, but it is what it is, man. Germany, what the hell?
That's a war crime. That's an act of war. We sending them over there to play.
That's a terrible matchup. Germany, what the hell?
Yeah, what we do? Why y'all doing this?
Why y'all doing this like this? But check it out tomorrow morning, man. All day football, concluding with the Lions and the Texans on Sunday Night Football, man. So make sure you check it out all day. Have fun, man. Play some fantasy football, make some bets, man, and enjoy your weekend. Hey, do your man Curtis still a favor. Whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man Wolver Lion and LL Cool Torrance, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.